I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to timeline shift into a new reality overnight. And you can do this. I've manifested lots of things into my life in shorter amounts of time than I've ever been able to manifest them using the techniques that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. Because what happens is that time is not actually linear when it comes to the manifestation process. You can manifest things very fast. In fact, I've manifested more money than I've ever manifested in my life in small amounts of time using the techniques that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. I've manifested even viral videos specifically around the times that I did these techniques by no coincidence, of course, because everything happens for a reason. And so when you can use what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video, you're going to have a much more powerful time manifesting what you want. And I want you to choose wisely what you manifest, because you're probably going to be pleasantly surprised that you're way more powerful than you thought applying what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. So this is going to be how to timeline shift into a new reality overnight. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. Now, here's the first step to timeline shift into a new reality. This is the manifestation process that personally has worked for me. Now, not only am I going to be sharing with you a specific manifestation process, I'm going to share with you how you can actually find your own process, which is step one. What you want to do is choose a permission slip plus an affirmation. Now, what do I mean when I say permission slip? Well, the thing is that in the manifestation process, there's many ways to manifest. You can use water. You can use water manifestation. You can use different techniques. You can use visualizations. You can use anything. You can use Palo Santo. You can use Sage. My permission slip is a meditative posture called the Burmese posture. You can see the posture that I use right over here. It's called the Burmese posture. When I'm manifesting something, I always go into this posture, because this posture allows me to be in my power. I really feel in my power when I'm using this posture. And it's not necessarily the posture, that's what I want you to keep in mind, that makes the affirmations work. It is my personal permission slip that works for me. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It is my personal permission slip. So maybe for you, that permission slip does not resonate for you personally. Maybe for you, your permission slip is to light up some Palo Santo, to blow the Palo Santo, and that is your permission slip. My permission slip is to use the Burmese posture. And also keep in mind that I don't always use the Burmese posture. Sometimes I use Palo Santo. Sometimes I'm outside, and while I'm walking, I'm manifesting while I'm walking. You could be manifesting even while you're walking. I'm manifesting even right now in this video. And obviously I'm not using affirmations, but you can use affirmations in any sort of action. Action is the permission slip to make the affirmation work. So you want to find the permission slip that personally works for you. If you want to use the Burmese posture, then you can use the Burmese posture. I'm not here to hide anything from you. I've got no secrets. That's what works for me. You can use that if you want, okay? Now, because anything that I use, I will always share with you. I want you to use what works, but it's not maybe gonna work for you if that's not what resonates for you. Now, once you find your permission slip, whether it's the Burmese posture, whether it's Palo Santo, whether it's Sage, even if you spin around 3 times and say hula hula ha to the universe, it doesn't matter what it is, that is your permission slip, okay? So you can do whatever you want. It's completely up to you what your permission slip is, whatever puts you into your personal power. What makes you feel empowered, what makes you connect to your own power. Whatever works for you is what you want to use. Now, once you find that, you want to choose an affirmation that also personally resonates for you. Whether it's your own money, you can use gratitude. You can be grateful that you've already received the money. You can set a declaration to say that I now have received this money now. You can assume that maybe a person perceives you in a certain way, or maybe that you've already received a partnership of some kind, or maybe that you've already manifested somebody into your life, or maybe it doesn't matter. Like, you can use any affirmation that personally works for you. So whatever works for you, choose that affirmation. And don't get hung up on what the affirmation is. Also, don't feel guilty if it's around a person or a circumstance or a thing, because of course what you choose chooses you. So you can actually affirm that maybe a person perceives you in a certain way. Maybe you can affirm that you've already received a place to live at. Maybe you can affirm that you already have the money that you want. It doesn't matter. Whatever resonates for you, don't feel guilty. In fact, the more emotions that you have, let all the emotions in. Because when you look at it from unconditional love, you won't see it as guilt or shame. It's like the full human experience. Just emotionalize the crap out of that affirmation. Really emotionalize it. Really bring it into your experience. Allow the full spectrum of the emotional experience to come in. Don't perceive any of those emotions through the lens of lack. Only perceive it through the highest form of unconditional love, which is, of course, you feel all the emotions in your heart chakra and you're alchemizing those emotions into the affirmation. That's what alchemy is. Affirmations is just a form of alchemy. That's what we're talking about here. I know that's pretty cool, but it's what it is. You're an alchemist, and you've been led to this video for a reason, in my opinion, because maybe you've been seeing that in your life, that you are an alchemist. And I'm here to remind you of your creative power, that your intentions are always manifesting into your existence. So find that permission slip, choose the affirmation that personally resonates for you. Now, the question that some people wonder is, well, how long should I do this? It's not about how long. It's about the intensity and the feeling of it. Whatever allows you to feel into the affirmation until you feel a sense of completion. You can actually sense, I've been able to sense that when I'm done a meditative practice or some sort of an intention, I can feel like, yes, I've shifted into this new timeline. I can feel it. I can actually feel that I'm no longer that person. That old version of Francis, he's gone. He's dead. Francis, why are you wearing a hat today? Because I'm a new person. I woke up today and decided that I'm a new person. And you can do this. I've manifested lots of money in short amount of time. Like I said, I don't know if I said that at the beginning of the video. I've manifested relationships. I've manifested, even my health has gotten so much better since I've been applying certain affirmations in my life around my health and talking amazing to myself and loving myself and doing all these things. You know that if you talk positively and you give love to a plant, the plant will grow a lot better. And did you also know that if you say positive things to water, that the molecular structure of the water actually changes? Did you know that? So your thoughts are very powerful. Please don't underestimate the power of your thoughts. And also, please choose wisely what you manifest, like I said, because you'll be surprised to see that you're probably a lot more powerful than you actually thought. So choose a permission slip that resonates for you, plus an affirmation. Emotionalize it until you feel like it's really like you're shifting into that reality. Now, once you've done this, the step that I want to share with you next, step 2, that personally works for me, is to let go of something. Because when you're becoming something new, when you're transforming into a new version of yourself, it's good to let go of an old part of you. Hence why I'm not wearing a hat today. Once I decided who I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let go of this hat today. Let's just be a new person. So I got this necklace here. I let go of the hat. Here we are. I'm a new person. Can you feel it? Of course you can, because I'm not the same version that I was yesterday in the last video. Of course you can feel it. I'm not the same person anymore. I'm not the same person in any of my videos. And you'll notice that you'll see this. The people that are really good manifestors, you'll see that they look very different in all their videos, not to mention that they manifest very, very quickly, and they're always changing and always transforming. It's because they understand the law of creation. You'll always notice this, that people that manifest, that understand the law of attraction, it's like, how does this person look so different in all the videos? Like, just all the time I notice this. A lot of YouTubers that understand manifestation, they're like practically changing every single video. In fact, it's like every second they're changing. Even with certain relationships that I have, it's like when I see that person, they're just different every single time, because they're consistently changing into new versions of themselves. And when you're doing this and understanding that, something that can be good to do is to let go of something. So for me, it was like, hey, I'm not gonna wear a hat today. And that is like my sort of permission slip to say, hey, now I'm going to be this new version of myself. Now, is it really the hat? No, it has nothing to do with the hat. It's my own personal choice to be a new person. But for me, letting go of the hat kind of feels like, oh yeah, that's changing my identity. And then wearing this necklace and letting go of the other necklace, it's changing some part of me. You see what I'm saying? It actually changes like your identity at some level. Now, it has nothing to do really with the thing that you're letting go of, but on some level it actually does, because you're actually, like, it's a paradox. It has nothing to do with the thing, and it has everything to do with the thing simultaneously at the same time, because you have to honor the human experience and the fact that you're fully the power. It has nothing to do with anything. It has nothing to do with anything in the physical realm. You're totally in the power. It has nothing to do with any of those things, but also you're a human being, and you have to honor where you're at, and the fact that to let go of something is the only way to become something new. So understanding this, letting go of maybe a piece of clothing, or maybe a piece of jewelry, or maybe just something like you can even like take some old notebooks and like burn them up and throw them in the trash, or clean out your room. Like, let go of something, just clean something out. Let go of the old self. And you'll find that if you do this after this meditative practice that I shared with you a second ago, where you sit down and affirm and emotionalize it until you feel that sense of completion, that you've shifted into a new timeline, if you let go of something, you'll notice that that day goes very different. I'm telling you, this actually works. This has always been my experience every single time, no exceptions. And so you always want to let go of something. I mean, not always, but and there are exceptions. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to manifest certain things, and you got to wait a couple of days. But for me personally, I instantly notice a shift when I do this. When I let go of something, plus I do an affirmation, I instantly notice that my experience has completely shifted, and that I'm a totally new individual. That's at least how I felt this morning when I woke up. I was like, I'm definitely not the same person that I was yesterday. Definitely not. And I'm sure you can feel it as well. And that is just how manifestation really works. So let go of something that perhaps you've been holding on to, that is weighing you down, that doesn't feel in resonance anymore with this new identity that you're taking on consciously. And again, I want you to consciously choose, because if you don't choose what you are in this world, then the world will choose for you. So if you don't choose your identity, then life will choose for you. And that's not fun, right? It's not fun to allow life to choose for you. Do you want to choose your identity, or do you want life to unconsciously choose for you? I choose my identity personally. So once you let go of something, the final step that I want to share with you, and that really works powerfully, again, whatever works for you, just let go of something that you feel is not in resonance to that new version of you. Number 3 is to do something bold and different that perhaps you've never done before. To do something completely different, because once you've embodied a new identity, a new version of yourself, would that version of you be taking the same actions, or would that version of you be taking different actions? Of course, it would be probably taking slightly different actions, or it would carry itself, and you would carry yourself in a new way that maybe you've never carried yourself in that way before. So what you want to do is do something bold and different that perhaps you've never done before. Something that brings passion and a spark to your life that maybe you've not done in a while. Something that emotionalizes your life. Because actually, one of the keys to manifestation is not necessarily what you do, but it's actually how you do it, and the emotionality of what you're doing. It's the intensity of what you're doing. It's the feeling of what you're doing. It's how you're doing it. It's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. See, so most people are focused on what actions should I take to manifest what I want. Really, it doesn't matter. It matters the place that you're coming from when you do what you're doing. So whatever actions are in resonance with that new version of you that you feel is going to emotionalize your life and open up that heart space and make you feel perhaps a way that you've never felt that way in a while. Maybe some sort of creative passion, or some sort of conversation with somebody that maybe you've not connected with a person in that way, or a new person before that you want to connect with. Anything really, something that is going to allow you to be bold, to be different, to take on something new, to emotionalize your life, to shift into a new version of you. That's the shift. That's the change. That's the expansion. Is the new actions, right? You're going to be taking different actions that you haven't been taking before. And then if you combine that with the meditative practices, now what you're doing is your thoughts and your feelings and your actions, and of course action. What is action? Action is energy in motion. That's what transformation is to move the energy. Energy, and what is an emotion? It's energy in motion. So move the energy, do something bold. If you combine that with affirmations and letting go of something, you are absolutely going to notice changes in your life. There's no chance that's not going to happen. There's no chance that your experience of life is not going to change if you do what I'm going to be sharing, what I've shared with you in this video, because you're actually, you won't have to take my word for it. You'll be seeing that it is the case in your own experience. I'm not here to tell you to believe anything that I'm saying. Sure, trust what I'm saying. Be open to the possibility that what I'm saying could be the truth if you're in doubt, but I'm sure that you're definitely resonating with this, because I don't believe that you're going to be watching this video for this long. And of course, I don't believe in coincidences, and you've been attracted to this video for a very powerful reason, maybe to confirm to you on some level what you already know or have already been doing in your life. And so if you do something different in combination with letting go of something, in combination with the permission slip plus an affirmation, there's no promises in these videos, but I'm telling you that you'll see for yourself how powerful you are if you give yourself an opportunity to actually allow it to come in. See, most people don't give themselves a standing chance to even prove to themselves that they are the manifestors of their reality, and they don't give themselves a chance to prove that to themselves. So I encourage you and invite you to really try this. Now, if this works for you, I want you to come back to this video and leave a comment down below sharing your experience, because it does help other people to see the success stories of what personally has worked for them. And with that, I conclude this video. Once again, also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video. Also, it's going to be in the comments of this video as well to apply for a free consultation. Also, please hit that like button for me so that more people can get access to this content, because I do wholeheartedly believe that every single person on this planet does deserve to know that they are the creators of their reality, and that they can manifest their reality and do so in the most effortless and easeful way possible. And of course, hitting that like button does help the YouTube algorithm push the videos out to more people, and I do believe that wholeheartedly they deserve to get access to this incredibly valuable content. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.